we have to be punctual and we have to advance the classes we haven't done. We haven't had for a while because of my health. But anyways, there were some homework. There was some homework which only was exercise number 6. We're gonna check very quickly homework. Hopefully you've done it. We answer up to or until number 4. You'd better not tell anyone about it. No. So number 5. He refused to put out his cigarette. Yeah, another way to say he won or he wouldn't put out his cigarette. You can say he refused to put out. No, he finally succeeded. Succeeded. It's a verb. Until there, it is the normal verb succeed because it's a regular verb. You just add it in. That's it. Basically, succeeded. Giving up smoking. And he finally managed to give up smoking. We have to preserve the idea of giving up. No? Number 7, and my parents says, I'm not allowed to have a puppy. My parents won't let me have a puppy. Yeah, either we won't let or I'm not allowed. Remember, it's with the verb to be. I'm not allowed. Is normally rules at school, at university, at work, sometimes in the office. Well, depending on the area, but normally it's another way to use the modal verb mustn't. No? You should take it back and complete it, or I take it back if I were you. If I were you, I would take. Remember, advices. Another way to say advices. You'd better take it back and complain. No, sometimes you'd better is like a threaten. No, you'd better. So like a threaten or okay. Okay, more modal verbs. Yeah, more modal verbs and expressions of well, this idea that we have expresses different probabilities, well, possibilities, probabilities, permission, ability, etc. No, so those are other ways, advice, and so on. No, so for example, let's read it together. Number 1 and 2, Jessica Sanchez. Can you read it for me, please?
Yes, teacher. Number 1, can I take you to the airport after all? No, I can take you to the airport after all. Number 2, may I make a suggestion?
Thank you. Litzy, 3 and 4. You
can smoke in the designated area only. And 4, you shouldn't wear red. It doesn't suit you.
Thank you. 5 and 6, Sarai. Are you there, Sarai?
Yes, you must obtain a visa to work in Australia. You should always make an appointment.
Yes, thank you. 7, Monica. 7 and 8. I'm not sure if your microphone is activated because we can't hear you. Jessica Paola, number 7 and 8.
You pass, don't worry. You mustn't walk on the grass.
Okay, finally, Elizabeth.
I couldn't get through, the line was engaged. 10, I won't discuss the matter any further.
Exactly. Yes, as you can see, the modal verbs I can take. You know, what in number 2? What is the modal?
May.
Yes, may. In number 3.
Can.
4.
Shouldn't.
5.
Must.
Yes. Next.
Should.
After 7. What's it?
Will.
Huh? Then no, mustn't, couldn't, and won't. Yeah, the last ones. So those are the most popular, let's say the most used and the most common. In the other side, letter B, you've got the expression, another alternatives. No, you can use these alternatives instead of saying can. For example, letter F, I can take you to the airport after all. Letter F, I'll be able to take you to the airport after all. No, so I want you to match, yeah, letter A with letter B. Pay attention to these ideas of the modal verbs. No? So match, like the example, and try to write them down. No, try to write the idea. So letter F, I'll be able to take you to the airport. Is that okay if I give you 3 to 4 minutes? Yeah, that's okay, Monica, no worries. Sometimes it happens. I just did, before this class, I had an issue with my microphone, so I had to restart my computer and my computer got slow. So I have to wait approximately 7 minutes to restart it again, or to be on again properly. Yeah, and my microphone, I didn't know what to do, but I had to turn it on, off and on. Sometimes the technology betray us in the back with a knife. Yes, also we don't have to trust everything in the technology in these devices, because sometimes they've got their own issues, their own problems. No. Okay, so much. No? You decide and try to do a written. Yeah, try to write it. Taking too much time on it. Number 2, it says, may I make a suggestion? What could be a possibility here?
Letter A, is it okay if I make a suggestion?
Letter G. Ah, yes, sorry, letter J. A. Correct. Yeah, I chose the incorrect one. You can smoke in the designated area. Well, letter G. Obviously, you are allowed to smoke. You know. Number 4, you shouldn't wear red. It doesn't suit you. With what letter? Which is the expression?
See, if I were you, I wouldn't wear red. It doesn't suit you.
Yes, thank you. Letter C. You must obtain a visa to work in Australia. Another way to say that. Letter. Letter E. What's letter? You are required to. You are required to. Another way to say must, required to. Number 6. Letter
I.
letter I. I. Yes. It's always a good idea. You'll pass, don't worry. Next exam, you'll pass, don't worry.
Letter D.
How can we change that? How are you?
You're going to pass, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Next. What letter is it? J. J, you aren't permitted to. Kind of Spanglish, but it's correct to say that. I couldn't get through number 9. Letter
B.
exactly in past. Normally it is in past. Managed to. I didn't manage to. And I won't discuss. Letter, la única que nos falta, the only one that is missing,
H.
H, obviously. So guys, don't forget the most popular, the most used or overrated, kind of. These are the modal verbs, but keep in mind that they exist more, yeah, expressions, more phrases that express the same idea. Yeah, the same idea as the old ones or as the old fashioned. So try to use them, no? Whenever you think of a modal verb, okay, use the alternative, no? I can say it is possible to, if I were you, I refuse to, etc. No? Okay, so we move on to exercise number 9. Correct the sentences. Some errors inform other in meanings. There is an error here. For example, we'd better to go inside. It's starting to rain. The error or the mistake, it is what? It's starting. It doesn't sound good. It has started. No, it's started. Present perfect. Instead of using continuous form, it started. It, remember, it has started to rain. No. Also, according to the book, instead of saying with better, it started go inside without to. Also, the common mistake, it is the preposition is not possible. Here, the preposition. Two mistakes here. Okay, so try to identify the mistakes. There is a small mistake in each sentence. Sometimes you have to change the modal verb or the expression modal verb. No? And the idea is different. Is that okay if you do it in pairs? You can do this exercise in pairs, number 9, and look at the sign, tell your partner what they mean using informal spoken English, then listen and compare. Yeah, I want you to read together these signs. Normally they are found in buildings or in institutions. So try to, well, read all of them together and say another way to express this. Use alternatives. Yeah, exercise 9, try to identify what's the mistake, what could be a possibility. Do I have to change the expression or the modal verb? Then you decide. Yeah, exercise 9 and exercise 10. Let's work together. You have to work together. Let me put you in pairs with 3. Yeah, 3 should be fine. Uh, 6 minutes to do this activity, 7 minutes maximum. Okay, enter. With your team, please. Enter.
You doing it in the coffee bar? It was the one in the Daily Sun, wasn't it? Didn't you have to identify loads of states in the US? Never! I don't believe it! What's the prize? You've won what? You must be kidding. That's brilliant! For how long? You're staying where? The Ritz-Carlton? I'm impressed. Doesn't that overlook Central Park? Ah, I thought so. Not that I've been there, of course. What do you mean? How would I ever be able to? What? You can't be serious. You know I'd love to, but why me? Surely you should be taking David. You've done what? When? I didn't know. Well, what can I say? How could I possibly refuse an offer like that? I certainly will.
All right, so we heard the Rick's conversation part, but what about Isabel? Why is what is she saying to Rick? What do you think? What was about the conversation mainly? Are they friends? Are they a couple? Are they family relatives? What kind of conversation is? Hello?
I think they are friends.
Mhm. They are friends. So what is the conversation about?
She's inviting him to New York or somewhere with her.
Yes, she's inviting him. Yes, she's inviting him somewhere, no? Why? Why is that? What do you think happened? Look at her face. Is she sad?
She looks happy.
She looks happy and excited. Huh? Where are they going?
To
well,
New York.
to New York, exactly. So why do you think she's inviting him? Mhm. Why? Hello, guys. Any ideas of this invitation?
To go with her to a trip.
Yeah, obviously, no, they are going together, but why? Why so? Why, guys? What do you think? No? Come on,
No, teacher.
no? Any ideas? Because she's won a prize, no? She's won a competence, a kind of a raffle, no? Maybe una rifa raffle. Mhm. Probably that's why she's inviting him, no? And well, he said something. You can be serious, you know. I love to, but why me? Surely you should be taking David. Who do you think is David or was David? No? Who do you think this person was or is?
Her boyfriend?
Her boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend? All right, let's hear the other part of the conversation.
7.8. An
The-
exciting phone call.
The complete conversation.
Isabel, hi.
Rick, I've got to talk to you.
You've got to talk to me about what?
Well, can you remember that competition I entered, just for a laugh, a few weeks ago?
Yes, I can. I remember you doing it in the coffee bar. It was the one in the Daily Sun, wasn't it? Didn't you have to identify loads of states in the US?
Yeah, that's it. You've got it. Well, get this. I've won! I came first.
Never. I don't believe it.
So, why is she going? How did she get this prize? She said it. She. Hello, guys.
Won
me
a-
too. Yeah, she won. She won in a competition. No?
What's the prize?
I've won a trip to New York.
You've won what? You must be kidding. That's brilliant. For how long?
Just 4 days, but I'll be staying in the Ritz-Carlton of all places.
You're staying where? The Ritz-Carlton? I'm impressed. Doesn't that overlook Central Park?
Yes, it does.
I thought so. Not that I've been there, of course.
Well, you can now.
What do you mean? How would I ever be able to?
Well, it's a trip for 2, and I'd really love it if you would come with me. Will you?
What? You can't be serious. You know I'd love to, but why me? Surely you should be taking David.
Haven't you heard? David and I have split up.
You've done what? When? I didn't know.
Well, it was a couple of weeks ago. We haven't been getting on well for ages.
Well, what can I say? How could I possibly refuse an offer like that?
You'll come then?
I certainly will.
Yes, exactly. That's friends with